Alright man, so I kept y'all waiting long enough, and when we actually looked at the poll, it won for me to release this on release week, which is why you're getting it on release week. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, today we're picking our mains in Bleach Rebirth of Souls.
Bring it on, Otsutsuki. You want to see what true resolve is? I'll show you.
Okay, but keep in mind with this list, man, I got the list here. Keep in mind, man, I will be doing a video over every single character, or trying to, in Bleach Rebirth of Souls, at least trying to do like a little bit like my version of a guide, so you know, we'll be doing that. So we'll play with every character, but depending on who we like, those are the ones we'll be maining, man. We got the whole little roster here. I added some of them because this one is one that I found on Tier Maker, so I'll probably try to put the link in the video so y'all can do this. I had to add a few characters. I believe I had to add like Coyote Stark, also Don Guy Ichigo, since we know that he's in the game, and I think I also had to add Cayen Shiba. Oh wait, no, Cayen Shiba was already here, so somebody is missing. Okay, so I was actually wrong. No, there was no need for me to add Cayen or Coyote Stark actually, but it's fine. They're just there. It's whatever. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this. So when we look at the categories, man, we got I'm forcing it. This means it doesn't matter what the character plays like. This is just one of my favorite characters. They're getting forced. It doesn't matter if I suck with them. Similar to like a Toto in Cursed Class situation, I'm using them regardless. We have used often, which, you know, depending on the moves and stuff like that, we'll just use them often, you know. Time will tell means I'm not really too sure about this character. I don't know. Not interested just means not interested, and they have this character means it's got to be a bad day for me to go to this character. That's all I'm gonna say. So we start off, man. We'll start off with the Ichigos. I believe this is normal Ichigo. Normal Ichigo, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not too interested. I know that might be a little bit of a hot take maybe for some of y'all. I mean, he does have the half holification. I could say time will tell, but I'm not really interested in normal Ichigo, to be honest with you. Now, Bankai Ichigo, he does have Vasto Lorde, of course, so I mean, that is something that's going to be cool. I will say time will tell. Time will tell. I'm at least going to try it, so time will tell. And he does have the Getsuka Tensho as his signature action, I believe. It's a little bit cheese, Rukia does have a decent amount of like projectiles and stuff like that. I'm not too interested in maining Rukia, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not too interested in maining her, just because not sure if it's like what I want to do. Renji, I am interested because of the range of his move and also his Bankai, so I will say time will tell with Renji. Time will tell if we'll be using Renji. Chad, oh, you're gonna think it's kind of crazy that I'm putting Chad higher than Rukia and Ichigo as far as like interest, but I do think that Chad's signature action is pretty interesting now that we know how signature action works and it's free. Knowing that all these different moves are a little bit different, Chad is a little bit more interesting to me, but considering the fact that he can charge up his aggression in his hand, so I'm interested to see what he can do with that. Uryu, I think, is going to be a straight zoner. I think I'm not really too interested in Uryu. I don't think that's going to be my playstyle. Of course, we haven't played the game, but well, I played it at the demo, but you know, we haven't got to play with Uryu, but I don't know if I'm really just going to be wanting to shoot with arrows, but maybe, nah, it's probably going to be not interested. It's going to have to be a bad day. Yoruichi is definitely going to be, I'm forcing it. It doesn't matter if I'm good with her or not. Actually, I won't say forcing, maybe used often. Used often. I'll say she's used often. I'm not going to force it. Kisuke, I believe, also will be a used often. I want to use Kisuke. I want to find a way to just make that work. We're going to have to find a way to make that work. Shinji, we have our first force. I am forcing it. I know Shinji seems like he's a complicated, difficult character. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm forcing it. I'm going to find a way to make it work. If I suck with it, if I'm ass with it, I'm just ass with it. He's getting forced. Yamamoto. Time will tell with Yamamoto. He does seem interesting with the flames and stuff like that, but also I think he's a little bit of one of the slower characters, so time will tell. Soifon. I feel like she's going to be a little bit meta, and I tend to try to go away with the meta characters just because she has the little, you know what I mean, the one-hit kill. I don't want to say time will tell. This one does have to be time will tell, because depending on how meta she is, if she's not that meta and a lot of people aren't really using her, we might give her a little bit of a try. But I ain't trying to be just with the meta. The only character that we are going to go with the meta, I think he's going to be meta, and I don't give a damn, I'm still going to use him regardless, is going to be my Yuri. So I'll go ahead and just put him on here now. I'm forcing it. It doesn't matter if he's meta. It doesn't matter if he's the cheesiest character in the game. I want to use my Yuri. I like my Yuri. He's getting forced. This is probably the one meta character that I'll probably be picking. Gin has some nice range, and he's pretty quick. But truthfully speaking, I played with him in the demo. He's fine, but I'm not really that interested, to be honest with you. Not that interested in trying out Gin, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, my boy Kira, man, I like how he doubles the weight of your sword, even though I'm not really sure how good the implementation of it's going to be in the game. I do like some of his moves, also him using the Kido to grab you and constrain you, so I will be using him. Byakuya is a stance character. He'll be used often. I'm interested. I'm very excited to actually use Byakuya and use the Shinbone Zakura Kagayoshi. I'm excited for Byakuya. Kamamura. I don't want to say they have this character, but I'm not really too interested, to be honest with you. Not too interested. Especially considering that it seems like his Bankai is going to weaken him. But, you know, of course, we'll do a video over him, but not too interested. Child games, man. Of course, Shunsui, I'm not going to say force, but used often. Or actually, we might have to force with the child's game. We'll say used often. He's used often. I do think Shunsui will be used often for me, because I want to learn those child's game and try to spam it. Now, I know what I said with the Tozen video, that, you know, I don't know how strong his Bankai is going to be, but I do want to be one of those people that try to learn it. So I will say used often. I do want to try to learn Tozen's Bankai and learn how to use it the correct way and actually be able to implement it, even if, you know, there is going to be some instances of auto tracking. And for some of y'all to understand from the last video, the main reason why I was talking about the auto tracking and the locking on is because if you don't know, this game has omnidirectional blocking, so it doesn't matter what direction you're blocking, you're going to block the attacks, so keep that in mind. Shuhei, his moveset looks pretty cool, but I'm not too sure, man. I like the fear meter, I like his weapons, but realistically, if I'm being honest, time will tell with him. Time will tell. Toshiro, be honest with y'all, man, Toshiro, I just don't feel like he was ever standing on business in the show. I know that might be a hot take, but he just wasn't standing on business, man. He just wasn't. I don't know if I can get on. I know you can say, how you gonna say Toshiro wasn't standing on business, but then you have Kira up here. Hey, he did catch him a dub. He caught him a dub when he was fighting that one of the Arrancars. He chopped his head off. But I'm not too interested in Toshiro. That might be a little bit of a hot take for some of y'all. I know I do like that he has like some of the ice moves and stuff like that, but I see it very far-fetched that I end up maining him. I'd be surprised. Rangiku has a decent amount of counter abilities. It seems like she also has some good Kido to get some distance and stuff. I mean, just for the model itself, we gotta say time will tell, right? You know, just for the model, nah, I'm trolling. Not for the model, but I do think that her her Shikai looks pretty interesting, how she has the mist come out. So I think she will get a try. Kenpachi, y'all already know, man. If y'all been following this channel, you know Kenpachi is a force. Sir. You know we're forcing Kenpachi. There's not even a question about that. I don't even need to talk about the moves. It's just Kenpachi. Ikkaku. Ikkaku is also a little interesting. I'll put him here with Shuhei. They're both kind of in the same category with me. I do think he's a little bit different with the fact that one of his moves is a stance. I don't know how I feel about trying to use that. It might be a little bit, you know, I don't know about that. We'll see. Cayen and Shiba, to be honest with you, I mean, it's nice that he's in the game and he has the water, but I'm not really too interested in Cayen, to be honest. I mean, he does have one of my favorite quotes from Bleach, you know, where he's talking about, you know, a heart is, you know what I mean, a heart when you leave your memories with somebody. That's one of my favorite scenes in Bleach and that song they play. But Cayen himself as a character, I don't know about that. Not interested. Aizen will be meta. But he seems like he's gonna be a little bit of a long game character, but I'd be trolling if I didn't say like maybe tried to use often. I mean, who wouldn't try to use Aizen? I'm gonna avoid trying to use Aizen because, like I said, I just don't want to be using the meta characters. Of course, the most important thing, don't listen to what I'm saying, the most important thing is to have fun. I know somebody maybe already commented by now about maybe have fun. Have fun. For me, I like to have fun using something different and catching people off guard with maybe a character they're not used to seeing, if I can do that. Of course, if the game doesn't let me, we're gonna have to cheese, but I would prefer to not have the cheese. Coyote Stark, he might be a little bit like similar in a sense to how I feel about Uryu, in the sense that I think their playstyle maybe not be, but I do think it's interesting how he switches to his blades. So I think I'll say with Coyote Stark, time will tell. I don't know how I'll feel about him. Not sure. Harabelle, and if I'm being honest, man, I mean, I do like that her signature action is a little bit of a dash move to get closer, but I'm not really too interested. I never really was just like the hugest Harabelle fan, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that. I wasn't always just the biggest fan of Harabelle, to be honest with you. I mean, she's cool, but nothing too crazy to me. Nell, I do like how her resurrection turns her into like a little bit like a horse. Kind of a little bit, and I do like how some of her moves are looking. I think it's going to be interesting to try her out, so I'm actually putting Nell above Harabelle for me. Yes, I will try Nell, definitely. Ukiura, I tried him in the demo. He's fine. He has the setos and stuff like that. I will also say that Ukiura, like, I mean, I do think that he can regenerate. I would say time could tell, but I'm not the biggest fan of Ukiura as well, but he does have a reawakening, and I do like the regeneration. I'd be lying if I wouldn't say that maybe at least time will tell. I'm not just gonna rule him out. Even though I've been talking about Noitura and that he has armor and all that stuff, and you know, the long reach, not really too interested in using Noitura. I mean, I know he's gonna have armor and you know, he has the multiple arms and stuff, but just not, no. Just I ain't feeling the aura, man. Grimmjow, from what I've seen from Grimmjow, I actually do think he's going to be pretty cool. Pretty simple. Seems like his moves are a little bit simple. Of course, he has a meter, but we will give Grimmjow a look. Zero Portal Grants. I feel like he kinda, I'm not gonna say used often, bro, because he does look like he's gonna have a little bit of like some skill begat, but we'll at least try with Zello Portal Grants. So I will say that I'm more interested in him than these characters down here. Dangai Ichigo. I mean, if there's any Ichigo that I am going to like maybe try and use often, it probably would be Dangai. This is probably another meta character pick for me. Probably my meta character picks are probably Dangai Ichigo, Aizen, and also Mayuri. A lot of people are saying they want to use Tozen. I don't think everybody's going to know how to use Tozen, and I think that's going to push them away. And maybe Shunsui. Let me know of my top 2 categories, which characters do you think are actually maybe going to be meta characters for people? And I think that's it. Oh, we did everybody. Yeah, we already did Coyote Stark. Okay. Yeah. So that looks like my final picks for like my mains for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, man. So the people that we're forcing is going to be Shinji, Kenpachi, and Mayuri. If we come back to this video and my mains are completely different from this and it's like completely flipped, y'all got all freedom to just roast me and just kill me like, bro, weren't you saying you were never gonna use Gin? Hey, this is all predictions, man. This is all what I think. I'm not saying any of these characters are good or bad, so I don't think that's what it is. It's more so just my personal preference of who it's really just who I think got aura, man. It's just I ain't feeling the aura down here, man. I especially ain't feeling the aura here with Rukia, and I'm not feeling it with Toshiro. Toshiro has like negative 1,000 aura for me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's better than 1,000 Year Blood War, but nah. But yeah, let me know in the comments, man. How does your list look compared to mine? And I'll make sure if remind me if I don't, but I'll try to put this in the description or in the comments so y'all can make y'all's tier list as well, man. But hope y'all enjoyed actually getting to finally see who I'm going to be playing with, and make sure y'all pull up when we do the stream so we can actually get some matches in, man. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and I will see y'all in the next video. We up.